Yo, 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 what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Who's Dev coming at you with my 2020-2021 NFL playoff predictions. Obviously, you know I'm a big NFL fan. If you guys missed my first video yesterday, my NBA, I did a little quiz doing the starting lineups. Did a pretty good job. I won't say the percentage, but you guys can go check that out yourself. So today I'm going to be doing my obviously my NFL playoff predictions. We got all of the records right here. We got our playoff teams. Obviously, Chiefs and Packers get a bye. They were the number one seed. This year, the NFL actually decided to change up the format. It used to from last year. It used to be 6 teams from each conference. Now it's 7, and it used to be the first 2 teams getting a bye. Now it's only the number one seed getting a bye. So the Chiefs and the Packers. So I mean, I don't know if I agree with it. It's just to get more teams in the playoffs, which is better for the NFL right now because of COVID. They lost so much money, so they need to do more stuff to bring in more money. A lot of these leagues are doing this. I don't know if you guys heard yesterday, but actually, NBA, Adam Silver is trying to add 2 more expansion teams. So they're thinking about Seattle, and the other one I heard rumored was Las Vegas. So you might see this in the next couple of years where leagues try to get revenue to make up for what happened during COVID. So this is the NFL's way of doing it, and they're basically going to add an extra playoff team. So let's see where we start. Ravens Titans. I'm not going to make a call on that yet. I'm going to leave that for last because I'm going to be honest with you, that might be the toughest one for me. So the Buccaneers. We'll do this left to right. So we'll do Buccaneers versus the football team. Ooh. See, Washington's 4, but Tampa Bay is seeded 5. But Tampa Bay is a heavy favorite for this game. I know that for a fact. The question is, no, you got to go Tampa Bay here. I don't even think there's any argument. I have to go Tampa Bay. I like where Washington's headed. Despite their quarterback issues, I do think they could draft a quarterback in the upcoming draft. But for right now, do I trust Alex Smith? No. Do I trust Tom Brady? Hell yeah. He's the greatest of all time. But I will say, if Tom Brady was to lose this game, it would be a big blemish on his career, very big. So I don't think that's gonna happen. But I'm not saying no. But I really think the Buccaneers are gonna win this game. They should manhandle the football team. As good as the football team's defense is, Chase Young calling out Tom Brady. Chase Young, you're in for something. This man, Tom Brady, has too many weapons. Antonio Brown, Mike Evans, Rob Gronkowski, Chris Godwin, Leonard Fournette. Who's the other? LaShawn McCoy. He just has way too many weapons. And the defense is okay. Lavonte David, okay. So the Buccaneers should be winning that. Browns, Steelers. The Browns actually just beat the Steelers to get into the playoffs last week. Mason Rudolph was the quarterback, so now they have Big Ben off a week of rest. So I think comfortably the Steelers should win this game. And another reason the Steelers should win this game, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but the Browns have a huge COVID issue. Their head coach, Kevin Stefanski's out. I believe other couple of assistant coaches. Baker Mayfield's still there. But the only reason Baker Mayfield did really well this year was under Kevin Stefanski. They had a connection. Last year with Freddie Kitchens didn't work out so well. So I think you're going to have to go with the Steelers on this one. Experience. They've got the defensive player of the year. In my opinion, TJ Watt. That Watt family is just something special. The Browns, yeah, they have weapons, but I mean, at the end of the day, I don't trust Baker Mayfield without his head coach, especially. Just giving me another reason to pick the Steelers. I was gonna pick the Steelers anyway, even if Kevin Stefanski was in the game, but I'm gonna have to go with Pittsburgh on this one easily. Rams Seahawks. The most important question for this one is which Jared Goff am I gonna get? Am I gonna get the Jared Goff that led the Rams to the Super Bowl, or am I gonna get the Jared Goff that was in the Super Bowl? And personally, I don't think you can go against Russell Wilson. Seahawks defense has looked terrible, but I think they figured it out. Jamal Adams, they brought in Carlos Dunlap. They can do a lot of stuff here, but I think a lot of people are gonna go with the Seahawks, and I'm gonna have to agree. Obviously, Russell Wilson has slowed down. He was in the MVP conversation first 7 weeks, but he's slowed down a little bit. He's still up there. He's still one of the greatest quarterbacks in the league, but I'm going to have to go with the Seahawks. As good as the Rams defense is, I mean, you probably got one of the greatest defensive players at all time, Aaron Donald, but I'm gonna I'm gonna go with the Seahawks on this one. I'm pretty confident to say the Seahawks should win this game. Bills versus the Colts. Now the Bills, if you take out the Chiefs and the Packers, the Bills, out of all these teams, I think the Bills are the best. Josh Allen took a huge step forward from what he was. Last year we saw strides of what he could do, but this year he's an MVP candidate. I'd say you got to put him up there with Mahomes and Rodgers. I really think the Bills are going to do well in these playoffs. I was actually looking at Colin Cowherd, sportscaster, and he thinks the Bills are going to win the Super Bowl. I wouldn't go that far, but I definitely think they could beat the Colts. The Colts, Philip Rivers, he's just getting old. I think it's time for them to, whether it's trade for Sam Darnold, whether it's trade for Carson Wentz, whether it's pick up Cam Newton. Philip Rivers, he's got to go. This Colts team is this Colts team is too talented to not to not have a good quarterback. So I'm gonna go with the Bills on this one. Pretty easy. Bills, Josh Allen, one of the best receivers in the league, Stephon Diggs. I don't know how you could argue with that. Look at what he did this year. They got a good receiving core. Diggs, Cole Beasley, who I think is very underrated. Devin Singletary, Zach Moss, underrated running backs. They got a good defense. They have Josh Norman. They have the elite cornerback. They have Ed Oliver. Their draft picks. So I think the Bills should take this one easily. Saints at the Bears. If you were going to tell me out of all these games which one I would put money on as for somebody to win, this is the game right here. There is no way that the Bears are beating the Saints. I'm sorry. The Saints are just too talented to lose this game. The Bears, they shouldn't even be here, in my opinion. Mitchell Trubisky, he's shown up for 4 weeks. Good for him. But they need to move on from Trubisky. I've seen enough I needed to see. I don't think there's any saving hope. It's the same reason I think the Eagles need to move on from Carson Wentz. It's a lost cause at this point. Bears defense, good. Offense, can't really do anything with that. The Saints, too talented on defense and on offense. They have one of the best running backs in the league, Alvin Kamara. I don't know if you guys saw what he did on, I think, when was it? 2 weeks ago? 6 touchdowns in a game. So I believe it was Christmas Day. So they have Michael Thomas, who's been a bit iffy this year. We haven't really heard a lot about Michael Thomas. He's still a good elite receiver. I think he's still in that top 5 category. Obviously, I put guys like Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill, DeAndre Hopkins above him, but I still think he's in that top 5 category. And Drew Brees, he is getting old. I do believe this is going to be his last season. So whatever he does in this playoffs, I do believe he's gone after this season. So, but I think the Saints should easily win this game. The Ravens versus the Titans. Now, here is the question. This game depends on one player and one player only. Lamar Jackson. I know my boy Lewis is probably watching this. He's a big Ravens fan. He is a big Lamar Jackson fan. I've always said this for a while. He knows I say this saying. Lamar Jackson, to me, is a poor man's Russell Wilson. That's exactly what he is. Probably better on foot, but nowhere near in the air what Russell Wilson is. So the question lies, do I have faith in Lamar Jackson? And the answer is hell no. Absolutely not. I do not have faith in Lamar Jackson. Never really did. He hasn't won a playoff game. This could be the first, but I don't see a difference between this year's game and last year's game. It's the same exact stuff we saw last year. It's the same exact game we saw last year. Everybody thought the Ravens were going to win. They had the number 1 seed locked up. The Titans came in. They destroyed them. Can the Ravens stop Derrick Henry, the monster that is Derrick Henry? I don't think so. I don't think they could stop Derrick Henry. It's just a little too hard for them to stop him. He's a machine. Ryan Tannehill, his career has been revived ever since he was in Miami with Adam Gase. Don't get me started on Adam Gase. We'll talk about him in another video. But this should be a fun one, but I see the Titans winning this one. I just think Derrick Henry's going to be a little too hard to stop. And I feel as his career goes on, teams are going to figure out Lamar Jackson. And he's going to have to find a way to throw his way out of stuff, which I don't believe he can do right now. So let's see if we can go to our divisional games. So starting off first, we have Steelers versus Bills. I think this one's pretty easy. I'm gonna have to go Bills here. We saw what the Bills did to the Steelers a couple weeks ago. I don't. It's not gonna be that much of a difference in my opinion. Big Ben, he's getting up there in age. Steelers do have a good defense. I think Josh Allen is just on another level this year. He's on a tear. That I really don't have to say that much about that game. I do believe the diehard Steelers fans will have the Steelers winning. I just think the Bills are too talented to lose this game. They have the better quarterback. They have the better receiving core, or the better receiver. Uh, and yeah, Titans Chiefs. Yeah, I think we know where I'm going with this one. It's the Chiefs. Come on, Patrick Mahomes. You're giving him rest. He has all his weapons. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, Sammy Watkins. Defense is ready. Try and defend their Super Bowl title. I think they're gonna do this. It shouldn't be. The AFC shouldn't be that hard. Now the NFC is where we really start to get a little thing. So I'm gonna start at the bottom first. Buccaneers Packers. Now here's the question: Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers? Do you pick the GOAT or who most people believe is the greatest quarterback in the NFL right now next to Patrick Mahomes? Whew, this is a tough one. But from what I have seen this season, I know you're never supposed to bet against Tom Brady. In this case, I will. I'm gonna go with Aaron Rodgers on this one. I think the Buccaneers they'll handle their way through the football team, Washington, but I don't think they can beat the Packers. The Packers are just Aaron Rodgers is just playing at such a high level right now. He's probably going to be the MVP. He has Devontae Adams as security blanket. He has Aaron Jones, one of the best backs in the league. He has Robert Tonyan. He has Marquez Valdez-Scantling. What a tongue twister. He has the weapons for what he needs to beat Brady. Obviously, the defense isn't there quite yet. I'm hoping they can, with this week off, they can get back to where they want to be. But I don't see Tom Brady knocking off Aaron Rodgers in this one. Seahawks versus the Saints. This is a tough one. But I'm going to go with the Saints on this one. I want to trust Russ on this one. I know Russ has a playoff experience, but I just think the Saints are a little too talented as a team to just not win this game. Like, I know Russell Wilson's all that, DK Metcalf, but I mean, Drew Brees, Alvin Kamara, Michael Thomas, Emmanuel Sanders, the defensive end, Cam Jordan, Marshawn Lattimore. I mean, come on. I just think the Saints are edged to win this game. I have the Saints winning. And now let's go on to our conference games. Bills versus Chiefs. This is going to be one that I am excited about. If you're ready to see an all-out offensive game, this will be your game to tune into. Chiefs, not that much of a defense. Bills, defense is there, but they pride on their offense. Josh Allen does. But obviously we know who I'm going to pick. I believe Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league. I don't see him losing this game. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, this game is probably a little bit closer than most people think. I think the Bills are right there. I don't know if I see Josh Allen stepping up to take out Patrick Mahomes, but I mean, it could happen. Never say never, but if you ask me right now who I'm taking, the Chiefs or the field, all other NFL teams in the playoffs, I'm going to take the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes is something special. So that's all I could say. Patrick Mahomes is he's too good. Packers Saints. This is a bit of a tough one, but I might surprise you here, guys. I'm going to go for the Saints with the upset. I believe the Saints are poised on paper. They have a team that can win it all. They really do have a team that can win it all. The question is just, which Drew Brees am I getting? That's the more important question. Am I going to get the Drew Brees, am I going to get a Drew Brees that is injured, old? I don't believe that. I believe we're going to get a Drew Brees that's ready to hopefully bring this thing back to New Orleans, retire with a ring, which I think if he wins the Super Bowl this season, he's retiring. There's no question. He's going to do the Peyton Manning route and retire. But I think this is going to be the Super Bowl right here. Chiefs versus the Saints. So the question is, am I taking the Chiefs or am I taking the Saints? Am I taking Patrick Mahomes? Am I taking Drew Brees? Am I taking Tyreek Hill? Am I taking Michael Thomas? And with both these teams, I think I'm picking the Chiefs. It's pretty easy. I can't see the Chiefs not winning the Super Bowl this year. They're just too good. Patrick Mahomes is a generational talent. He's a generational quarterback. He will probably go down to be one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play this game. I'm saying it right now. And, you know, that I just don't think they can be beat. I think they're set up to win for the next couple years. Somebody was telling me a couple weeks ago what I thought about Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert's a great quarterback. He will be great in this league. I said the only problem for Justin Herbert is he's in the same conference as Patrick Mahomes. And that's going to happen to Trevor Lawrence when he gets drafted by the Jags. I mean, I just think Patrick Mahomes is really good. I don't know if I'm overrating Patrick Mahomes. I just think he's that good. So I have, as you can see, this is my overall bracket right here. I have the Chiefs winning it all again, repeating. A repeat NFL champs doesn't really happen a lot. So I'm saying that they're going to repeat. And yeah, basically this is my playoff bracket. So thank you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Feel free to comment. Leave a subscribe, leave a like on the video, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.